Police discrimination has been a topic discussed at great lengths in the media in the past couple of years. The problem with police brutality, harassment, and discrimination all stems from the way that race is viewed in American society. As a white male, you're probably wondering, why am I discussing this topic? Well, I am a criminology major, so this topic is extremely important to me. Also, one night in 2016, I learned what it was like to have privilege when it comes to being treated by the police in a very terrifying way. Let's jump right into the story. It was a very late night in Philadelphia during the summer of 2016. My best friend Will and I had heard that many kids in our neighborhood would go to the local shopping center and set up ramps and launch shopping carts off of them. I know this sounds stupid, but being an unwise teenager, my friend and I figured that we would try it. We thought nothing about the fact that we could potentially be doing something against the law. We just thought we were having fun. Unfortunately, when we threw one of the carts, it missed the ramp and hit a car in the parking lot. Immediately after the cart smacked into the car, a police officer turned into the parking lot and drove toward us. I was shaking from fear because we were going into our senior year of high school and applying for colleges was right around the corner. The police ran at us wielding their guns, and the fear grew more and more. Upon seeing our appearance and the fact that we had our hands up, they dropped their firearms. We spoke with the police for about 30 minutes about the consequences of our actions, and they called our parents. They explained how we committed many crimes with what we believed was just an innocent act. They said that they thought the bang they heard was a gunshot and not a shopping cart hitting the car. Ultimately, after assessing the situation, we were let off with a warning, as long as we agreed to pay for damages done to the car. At the time, we were so thankful, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized how lucky I was that I was racially privileged in that situation. I had always pondered the question of what would have happened if my skin was brown or black. Across America, racism takes over the process of police discrimination. African Americans are more likely to be stopped by the police than white and Hispanic members of the U.S. society. When police initiate an interaction, they are twice as likely to threaten or to use force against African Americans than white Americans. Due to the uneducated nature of America's view on race, there are perceptions that African Americans are more likely to commit crimes. These perceptions have led to an issue with the police in Black America. White people are even more likely than black people to initiate contact with police, yet a disproportionate amount of black people are attacked with force by the police. And of all people killed by the police, 31% were African American, even though they just make up for 13% of the U.S. population. And it gets worse when it comes to people killed by the police without even attacking, which is as high as 39% for black people. That summer in 2016, I realized how true white privilege is, and that even though I had always thought that I was not privileged when it came to financial situations or housing, I was privileged in my run-in with the police that night. It is horrible that people such as Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, and Michael Brown, and events such as it is horrible that people such as Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, and Michael Brown had to meet their fates by the police, and events such as those inspire the Black Lives Matter movement, which will hopefully change the situation for the better, and that one day a black kid will experience the generosity that I did with that police officer that night.